So I guess there's been a thread connection for me in country music, and I guess after having done punk rock for 3+ decades, um, I, I still, I love Face to Face, and I'm proud of my career and everything that and all the time I put into it. But as an artist, I was just looking to explore other parts of my musical influence, and this record came about as because actually Face to Face did, as part of a VIP thing, we were doing acoustic shows for people before
Mhm.
our regular show, and one thing kind of led to another. It's like, well, I'm playing these songs acoustic, that's kind of cool. What if I did this little pull off or added this thing? And then you start thinking, well, maybe that VIP thing led to us making an album of our songs acoustic, and then a short tour. And it kind of led me on this path of like, well, do I just want to play punk rock songs acoustic? That's kind of limiting. And so I started reaching back into my roots, and thinking, I've lived in Nashville for about 16 years now.
Oh, I didn't
And
realize you were down there.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And when I first came here, I was really just looking for a change of scenery, a change of pace, getting out of California, and trying something new. And this was pre the big blow up down here in Nashville, where
Hmm.
everyone moved here and it got crazy. It was still pretty mellow when we got here in 2010.
I mean, I
And
always feel like Nashville and LA are they're two of my favorite cities. I'm not shitting on them. Like legitimately, I love both those cities. Like I
yeah.
feel like there's a lot. They're both industry towns. Where
Mm,
everyone that you meet is in LA they're in film, music, TV shows, and in Nashville they're in music or they do songwriting or production or
yeah,
and
yeah.
then it's an odd thing for a city to be so overrun with one industry, and then people that support it with the bars. All the bar workers are still in the industry, uh,
Right, right.
but I do like Nashville. I'm kind of surprised that it took you that long to get the country music living there for that long.
Well, because I sort of resisted
Okay,
it, to
why?
be honest, because uh, coming from like a punk rock background, I, I'm hyper, especially the era of punk rock we came up through. We came up through the '90s, which was the Kill Rock Stars era of
Right.
the very stripped down, like, you doing it for the music and for the love and for the connection with people, and trying to really strip it down to like its purest form.
Doesn't
So
that directly describe country music though?
it does, and that's the line I was able to draw
Yeah.
after being out here. Now that's not true for all country music. I mean, there,
No.
like you mentioned, there's a big glossy industry with tons of money side of that's the country most
It's
people
the whole
see. But
big machine stuff.
yeah, and that's all fine and good. It's not really the thing that attracts me to country music.
It's
Again,
not
I
that good though. We don't have
when
to.
when I found, no, I mean, it's fine for the people who love it. I'm not going to disparage it, but it's not anything I find much of a connection with. And so when I was really like trying to figure out if I'm going to do a record like this and I want to write songs, more songs in this style, I needed to find like my heart and soul. And going back to the stuff I remember growing up with as a little kid, like in the early '70s, there was a lot of country music on the radio and on television. That was the era of like variety shows with Johnny Cash, and
Yeah.
it seems like tons of artists
His
had
variety
those.
show was incredible. But if you ever
Yeah.
look up those clips on YouTube again, it's like they have
Uh,
Dennis
oh,
Hopper coming out and doing monologues for no
oh,
reason.
they're insane. I mean, that was such a cool era of that. So I mean, that was kind of like back there in my memory, and so I started buying up classic country records based on stuff I remembered. But then there was this whole discovery I went on too of all these guys I missed out on, and
Like
not,
who? I'm curious who
well,
you
like,
missed out on.
Connie Smith, for example. I
Mhm.
really, I never realized how amazing she was. And her debut record is like one of my favorite records of all time. Her voice is just so pure and amazing. She's got such a great tone in her natural voice. I love the production. I love the way the reverb sounds on that vocal. It's just such a perfect marriage. And the steel guitar playing, and I don't know the name of the guy who played steel on that first record, but man, it is so good. It's just like the best steel guitar playing I ever heard. And the songs are great too. There's something about that era. There's nothing innocent about it at all. All most of the material is about drinking too much, fighting, cheating on your spouse. You know, it's all.
Abortion pills.
I mean, yeah, it's all bad behavior celebration. But you know, here we are, 5, 6 decades away from it. 6 decades, and it because none of it feels real anymore because it's like from a forgotten time. There's
Yeah.
there's this there's this disconnection that makes it feel almost like you're watching a movie or you're participating like from a distance in a way.
It's like
So
looking at
I
a picture of your grandparents when they were young and being like, "This is
yeah,
fucking weird," you
but
know?
I love the nostalgia, and I realize that for people that lived during this era who were in their 20s and 30s, they were going through real heartache and stuff. But now it feels a bit kitschy